What does more mean to you? Is it tracking your favorite sports teams? Or maybe it's watching your favorite music videos online. Why not get it all? More happens on Bermuda's only 4G network. Get more from your wireless company. Sal One, the power of more.
Hello and welcome to NewsBite, the Bermuda Sun's weekly news wrap-up for Friday, June 8th, brought to you in association with Sal One. I'm Michaela Pearman. Our top stories. Friends, family, and schoolmates are mourning the death of 12-year-old twin Rodrika Campbell. The young girl died in hospital 2 days after being admitted with pneumonia. A coroner will investigate to help decide whether an inquest into her death is necessary. One of Rodrika's Delwood teachers told us she had an infectious giggle and a most wonderfully radiant smile. Transport Minister Derek Burgess has resigned from cabinet after being involved in an altercation with fellow Minister Michael Scott. Several PLP figures told us Mr. Burgess might be tempted to launch a leadership bid later this year. Walter Raban, who also resigned from cabinet last November amid controversy, replaced Mr. Burgess in the Transport Ministry. Gun crime has rocked Bermuda for the past few years, and this week, several men were charged. David Cox and Devon Huey were in court for the murder of Jamaican James Laws in March 2010. They were also charged with the attempted murder of Maurice Martin and Robin Stovall. Mr. Cox and Julian Washington stand accused of the Good Friday 2010 murder of Kimwande Walker, and Mr. Huey denied the attempted murder of Levon Thomas and Darren Thompson earlier this year. A Supreme Court jury unanimously convicted Latvian Yanis Zagalis of importing and possessing $48 million worth of cocaine, a gun, and ammunition. The sailor was on his way from Trinidad to Latvia when his mast broke near Bermuda, and he docked here for repairs. He told the court he didn't know the drugs were on his boat, and he had the gun to protect himself from pirates. Once sentenced, it's possible Zagalis could serve his time overseas. When former PLP supporter Ras Macau announced he would run for the OBA in the next election, it didn't go over well with some people. He told us how he handles the insults that have been aimed at him.
You have some people that will call me a traitor or house nigger or Uncle Tom because I joined the OBA. The weird thing is that in the same breath, they would turn around and run the PLP into the ground as a bunch of scoundrels or rats or thieves. But I would engage them in conversation, and I try to get it to be as intelligent as possible, because it's about finding the answers to the problems that we have.
Rick and Denise Bennett share what might be Bermuda's most touching love story. The couple met during a cruise to Bermuda on the Sea Venture, which later became famous as TV's Love Boat. The teenagers lost touch shortly after, but 30 years later they reconnected through a chance email. They recently returned to Bermuda on their honeymoon. Rick says he fell in love not only with Denise, but with Bermuda too. In other news this week, Frederica Fox was found dead at a house in Point Shares. Her former neighbors told us she had a difficult life. Bermuda's most famous bus driver, Mark Anderson, aka drag queen Sybil Parrington, was verbally attacked by a passenger. And 20-year-old Tariq Clark was fined for punching a man during an argument over 2 pizza slices. In sports, Jonathan Herring is the favorite to win the Tokyo Millennium Re-Triathlon on Sunday. He told us he wants to test himself during the race, but also have fun. Several hundred athletes are expected to compete in the event, including a dozen senior schools challenge teams. The Scots are taking over Somerset this afternoon for Bermuda's first Highland Games. The kilt-wearing competitors will battle it out at Sandy's 360 in tossing the caber, racing, and dancing events. The revelry starts at 3:30 and continues until 9:30 tonight. This weekend is expected to start with some showers, but could clear later tomorrow. That's all for this week. Catch me on Channel 82 over the weekend. For these stories and so much more, visit bermudasun.bm. NewsBite was brought to you in association with Sal One. I'm Michaela Pearman. See you next Friday.
What does more mean to you? Is it tracking your favorite sports teams? Or maybe it's watching your favorite music videos online. Why not get it all? More happens on Bermuda's only 4G network. Get more from your wireless company. Sal One, the power of more.